Hi everyone. I This is my second video, and I want to start by saying thank you to all those who supported me, who just came out and liked the video, viewed the video, asking questions. I got people telling me, I have this or my husband has that, and it was awesome. I didn't expect this amount this early, and it made me feel really great, and I will keep it going. Please keep the comments and everything coming. If you have questions, I will do my best to answer them, and if I don't know, then I'll ask my doctors or do my own research. I continue to do research because there's always things changing, new treatment plans, things like that, so just keep them coming. Alright, today we are going to talk about endometriosis. I'm going to try to explain it to you the best way I understand it, and I will be posting links to like the technical words and stuff so you can read, how a doctor would say all of this, because I'm not going to say it like a doctor. The way I understand endometriosis, all the cells and everything that are supposed to stay within the tubes and the ovaries and basically on the inside of the reproductive system come out. And a lot of people have different theories of why or how. I don't know. They come out and they're not supposed to be out, so they have to find places to be, and so they attach onto your organs, and they make these little things called implants, and they can attach to anything. They don't just have to stay in your pelvis. They do tissues. I think they can attach to some muscles. I know they can attach to nerves, and that makes it extremely painful. And it's not a limit to how many you can have. You can have 3 and be in excruciating pain, or you can have 10 and, just not really be in so much pain. It doesn't matter the amount, and it can go on other organs besides your reproductive organs. It can go on your bladder, your colon, your intestines. In some cases, it's gone up to people's hearts and brains, and that's really serious. I don't even know how to even treat that. I don't know. But that's not my issue. I've never had it go to my heart or brain, but I have had it on various organs, and they don't know what really causes it. Some people think that it's hereditary. Some think it's a over production or whatever of estrogen, and your body just flips out over it. I don't know. A lot of people just have theories. I know for a fact that my mother had it, and most of the women in my family have female issues. So, you know, it, I know somewhere down the line that's kind of how I got it. And there's different things you can do. I've been watching this one woman. I would say is an extremist. She has done the surgeries, and she's also cut out so many things in her diet that are thought to create inflammation. And she's cut out like different chemicals that you just use every day, like bendable plastics. I'm a fan of hers. I've been following her. I don't do that personally. I'll start making changes as I learn, and I have made some changes, but not that extreme. And they've helped. Endometriosis only affects women. You can't catch it. You can't uh, bring it on yourself. It's not like you smoke a cigarette and then you get lung cancer. It's not like that. It just kind of happens. And I've been dealing with it probably since I started my cycle, so early teens. The only way to really truly diagnose it is surgery. It's done nowadays laparoscopically, which means that they kind of make little cuts and stick a camera in there, and there are little bitty tools and stuff like that. You don't get cut open like a fish. It's kind of graphic, sorry, not like a fish. Anyway, And they look in there and they can see the implants, the evidence of it. And these implants are no joke. They cause major pain, major issues, and with endometriosis too are adhesions and scarring. And in some cases, you can have all your reproductive organs, uh, appendix, colon, bladder, all of this can join together like one big organ because of the endometriosis, because it just causes so much scarring and adhesions that they just all stick together, and there's like webbing everywhere, and it's a monster for a surgeon especially to have to kind of go in there and cut those little things out. Which brings me back to surgery. There's two different kind of surgeries that I know of that I've had. One is, well, both are laparoscopic. What they do is they fill you up with gas. They cut your stomach, little cuts, and they fill you up with gas to separate the muscles from the organs. I know it's intense, but that's what they do in order to see. And then they try to kind of separate all the organs so they can see each one, uterus, ovaries, tubes, things like that. And they can go and find the implants and laser them. And this is, you can see them clearly, zint, 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 laser. I don't think that's how it sounds, but that's the way I like to think. And I've also had it where it's called excision of endometriosis. That is when they cut it out. And me personally, I find that more effective. And I've read other blogs and things, and other women have had great success when it comes to this. It's not, how should I put this? I would go to an expert to do this. Not every gynecologist or anything like that does it. I went to my initial gynecologist and she did the lasering, and then when a lot of my symptoms and everything started getting way advanced, she sent me to a specialist of the specialty, which I didn't even know existed. And that's how I learned about the excision. They go in and they cut it at the root, and they actually kind of cut as much as they can, and it lasts longer. I had better results from it. I was in less pain. I noticed the difference right probably my second period after surgery. It was just, man, completely different. So if you are going to even bother to have surgery, or if they talk about surgery, I say get it cut out. Don't do the laser. And then another thing with the lasers that I found out is that they can't get in a lot of areas. If it's something like maybe on a certain kind of organ, or it's like behind a ovary or something like that, they don't try it with the laser because it can be too dangerous. But when you're cutting it out, that's what you're doing. For me, my last surgery, I had it on my intestines, my colon, where my bladder kind of is, my tubes, ovaries, behind my ovaries, uterus, in and out. And so they had to cut all that. My first excision of endometriosis, he took my appendix out too, because it was all a mess. And then the scarring comes back, and it was mainly on my right side, and it just made everything stuck together. Colon was pressed against my pelvic, the back of my pelvis. It's intense. The surgery usually takes about 3 hours, and they take their time, and they're very precise in it. So it's very efficient. Uh, with I have a little guideline. I'm trying to stay on track here. Uh, I've had three surgeries for endometriosis so far. This is going to be my fourth one. I have it in less than 72 hours. Anxiety. I wanted to get this done. It's been a while. It's been probably over a year or so since I've had the surgery, and so and I've been trying to get pregnant, and it's been over a year now, and with every period there's a chance of more endometriosis coming, more implants forming, and my periods and ovulation have been getting worse and worse, and I haven't gotten pregnant yet. So that's when me and my husband decided that it was time to do another surgery. And my surgeon, I thought I would have to go in and like explain this is why and this is why. There was nothing. He was like, okay, set it up. Like, oh, should have said this a long time ago. But, anyway. I wanted to tell y'all some of the symptoms, and I'm not saying if you have these symptoms, you have endometriosis. Just some of the symptoms of endometriosis. A lot of it is pain, but you don't have to have pain. My mother, she never had pain. She never had cramps or anything. She had me and my brother, no real infertility issues, but she had very heavy bleeding. So you don't have to have all these symptoms. But the typical symptoms are nausea, pain in your abdomen, painful cramps, very painful cramps, pain in your back, pain while urinating, pain while pooping, pain during sex, and that's a big one. That was a big one for me. I was used to the pain as a teenager and stuff, but once I got married and we got to the point where we just couldn't have sex, and I felt defected. I didn't know what was wrong with me because that was never a problem before. And I mean, I have other issues that go along with that, but the endometriosis definitely played its part, and that's when we decided we have to find answers. And we went through doctors after doctors until we found one, and thank God, because it was hard, and you go through a lot being in that amount of pain and not having answers. But again, the symptoms besides pain, fatigue, constipation, diarrhea. For me, the nausea was, I mean, I have other issues too. I have GI problems, but all that being said, with the nausea, it got really bad. Or like right now, I know you can't see me, but right now I think I'm like 160 pounds. I've been trying to get down, but when all this stuff wasn't taken care of, I got down to 98 pounds. I couldn't eat. I was only eating egg drop soup and ice cream. That's all I could eat. So it can have, it doesn't just affect like your periods and things like that. It's a all over kind of disease. And let me make sure I'm staying on track here. Wait, sorry. Coming back. Hold on. Oh, okay. The recovery from endometriosis, I'm going to go into detail about that the next video, but it's not as bad as you think. It's just, it helps to have someone who's gone through it. Laparoscopic surgery, you have probably 4 incisions, and they're little bitty incisions. And I don't know anybody who does anything more than that. You need to go to another doctor if they're trying to cut you open or whatever. And of course your organs and your insides take longer to heal than the outside. And you get a catheter, and I think they go in vaginally and do some stuff, and if need be they go in rectally too, because endometriosis can spread to there. But it's not that bad, and you're gonna see me go through it. I'm gonna show you the tips that I've learned over the years. You're gonna see me go through you're not gonna see the surgery, but I will post videos of surgeries that I've watched on YouTube. But you're gonna go through the whole thing with me, so I'm gonna do my best to inform y'all as much as I can, so those caretakers out there will know what to expect, and the patients out there, I hope I take as much of the surprise out as possible. I know this was kind of a long video, but I really wanted you to know and have a better understanding of what endometriosis is. So I think that's about it. If y'all have any questions or anything, please, or if I don't know if I missed anything, but if y'all want to add to what I said, just post it on the page. It's completely welcomed. The next video will be, I'm planning on it being the night before surgery, so I will be like nervous and intense and everything, even more so than you see right now. And I will be giving tips on what I do to prepare for surgery, which it's quite a bit, but hopefully it'll be helpful. Again, thank y'all so much for watching. I know it's going to be about 15 minutes. Thank y'all for sticking in with me with this. Please like me on Facebook. Share this video. Share my page for any of you who know people who are going through this or are just interested in it. Again, I thank y'all so much for your support, and I hope to see y'all again soon. Thanks.